This is a video of the trimmed out. Today is April 11th, 2012. And we're going to do both the outside portion, inside the cabin, and below decks. All the wood that you see is teak, both inside and out. That's the swim platform ladder. It drops down so that swimmers can be recovered back from the water. She's a Commodore 360, which means from fiberglass to fiberglass she's 36 feet, but length overall she's 40 feet, because that would count the swim platform and the windlass. We're going up the port side. See if I can get down low so you can get a better view of the does have the arch. There is a radar attachment for the arch, the radar dome, which I have down below, but the radar does not work. It also has LORAN, which is first generation GPS. It works, but you get better GPS out of your cell phone. The lower portion of the cockpit area is glass. This portion here is open. There are no side screens for it. The forward blue canopy is the original, and then I added this aft canopy which goes all the way back to the stern, so she's covered from the windshield to the stern. Alright, the camera's going to get a little wiggly here because I'm going to have to step over onto the gunnels. Alright, we're going up the port side gunnel right now. Give you an idea, that's my foot. Give you an idea of the width of the gunnels. The rails sit up on the stern side probably about 18 inches. As you go forward, they're about 2.5 feet. This section here is for a place for sunbathers. I don't have the original covers, but any aftermarket cover will do fine. That port cover, hatch cover there, is for the galley and for the dining area, and that's for the other side of the galley and the dining area. This hatch cover here is for the forward stateroom. The beam on this is 13 feet 6 inches. This is the windlass. There are two small cracks. See if I can zero it. Repair with liquid nails. It appears to me that what a previous owner has using the boat, which is a no-no. And it goes out to the anchor, and this entire anchor is chain. I've had it down at least 50 feet and have not encountered any rope, so it's all chain. these two black foot pedals that would raise the anchor from the bottom, and that would lower the anchor. Plus you have a cockpit switch which does the same thing. This is just a locker for rope. You got your front tie-ups here. I'm going to swing back. Hopefully we won't get into the sun. There's your windshield. The windshield. All of the lights work. Windshield wipers work. The port navigation light. The glass is broken on that, but the light does work. Walk back towards the stern. And again, the dish that you see there is the Loran dish, and the cable that you see coming out of the arch is for the radar dome, which is simply a plug-in and bolt-on. I have no idea what these two antennas are for. Well, I do. When we get down below, I'll show you that. Alright, we're going to go on board now. I've got the rear hatch cover off because I'm going to crank up the engines, and it's faster to vent the engines by taking one of the port covers off than to wait for the blower, plus it's easier on my batteries. This is the engine cover for the port engine. This is the engine cover for the starboard engine. We're going to start it up after we go below, and you'll be able to hear that as well. It's a vanity area. We've got storage up above and storage below. Same thing there. And here is just some additional storage, and the freshwater hose hookup is in here as well. That cover there is for the inspection of the starboard valves for the gas tank. That's an outlet switch there with a light. There is another washdown spigot there. That spigot there is the hookup for shore power water. When you're at the dock, you can hook your hose up to that, and it will regulate the pressure so that you have enough pressure, but not too much pressure to blow your lines. Just storage. Again, it's teak. This is the aft seating. One of the cosmetic issues I talked about. You'll see one of the seats is blue. I just recovered that because it was starting to split at the seam like you see here, so that's why I recovered it. Swinging around here now, and this is a new seat that I just put in. It's actually pontoon seating, and it replaced a seat that I took out of there as well. That's a compartment again for more storage in there. You've got your sink here, your vanity sink. And as you can see, the price on the boat itself is $21,500, even though I have it listed as $18,995. This is the captain's area, captain's seat. That carpeting, that blue carpeting that you see there, I have it for all of this area on the boat as well. You've got all your switches here, two accessory, lighter, wiper, panel lights, spotlights, cockpit lights, navigation lights, horn. By the way, the horn does not work. I think it's the compressor. Haven't had a chance to look at it. This is navigation or anchor light. That's the blower. You've got two switches here, which is battery parallel, port or starboard, and you got port and starboard ignition. This was the old windlass switch, which evidently someone has replaced with a new windlass switch here, so you can raise the boat, the anchor up or down. That's for the spotlight, and these are the trim tabs. These two are throttles. That's, of course, throttle port, throttle starboard, and these are for the transmission, port and starboard compass. The wheel is pneumatic and hydraulic assist. Just had the assembly that you see here replaced 2 years ago. And this is the instrument panel. Everything here on the left is for the port engine. Everything here on the right is for the starboard engine. That balances the two engines, and that used to be the old depth finder, which went out. I have a Garmin that I use, that I hook up here, which is powered from the inside. I'll show you that. This is the Loran, and that's the radar. Back up and give you a little bit of a shot of the canvas from the inside. You can unsnap this center canvas down here, flip it up so that this is all completely wide open. Underneath each seat, you've got storage here, and you've got storage up under here. I'm going to have to put the camera down for a second while I open up the port hatch. Port hatch sticks a little bit because I think down below the rack needs to be lubricated, and I don't know how much light we're going to get down here, but we'll try it. Alright, we're going down into the main engine compartment, and what I'm going to do while I've got you pointed this way is put all the lights on. Okay. 3 switches for lighting here. Probably a little bit too. Anyway, it gives you direct lighting, soft lighting, and indirect lighting. And this is the central heat and air conditioning unit. Up here we have the microwave, which does work. Down below is the refrigerator. The refrigerator does not work, has not worked since I bought the boat 6 years ago. I have no use to use it. I'm told it needs a new relay. Over here, let me throw some more switches in the switch compartment. Alright, this is the galley area. All this is storage down here. This is actually a wine rack storage area. These are just under counter drawers and things like that. On the panel, this will give me my waste level, which is now showing empty. And this will give me my water tank, fresh water tank on board. That's tank number 1. and that's tank number 2. And then we've got the clock, more storage on board. This is what one of those antennas was for. This is a ship-to-shore radio. It does work. I don't know how it works. I don't use it because I'm on an inland lake, so that's what one of the antennas is for. Okay, I'm going to set the camera down because this actually picks up. And then you have the sink area, hot and cold running water, and both of those faucets work fine both on dock water and on offshore water. Put the camera down again. Well, this one's a little tough, but I'm not going to take it off. That's where your 2 burners are. They work both electrically and on bottled gas, but there's 2 burners in there and they do work. Alright, this is the seating area for the galley. That table will go down so that it's even with the cushions, and then this set of chairs here will pull forward to match up and give you a circle, and then there's a pad that's the same color as the upholstery that sits down on here, and you can sleep two adults. Alright, we're looking back at the galley. That's back, the steps coming down. There's more storage up there, speakers, portholes. There's that upper hatch cover I was telling you about. Now if you notice that the headliner is relatively new. The previous owner 7 years ago completely redid the interior. This is the vanity door for the 2-room vanity, and this is the vanity area itself. More storage underneath. There's your switches. Both of these faucets work, except the hot water is running slow, and I think it has a calcium buildup, and I'm going to get into that to find out why. And then if you go over here and turn it up again, you get into the head area and the shower area, and it has a full shower door that you can open and close. These are the shower controls, and of course that's the shower. It has its own light, safety bar. That's the drain for the shower. And when you're showering, you got to seat down. When you're not, you've got the head here. Okay, and it operates both electrically off of that switch there, which does work, or you have a hand pump over here, which will also, in case for some reason your electrical fails. So you've got a 2-room vanity area, and we're going to go forward now. That's the master suite area. First a door, and then on both sides you have windows. Now the way these windows work is they're privacy windows. You can close them like that, both sides. More storage down there. Another small little seating area, vanity, with the mirror and the lights. Got a closet here, which is all teak. And this is the Garmin that I have. It's a Garmin 160. Excellent depth finder and fish finder as well. And you've got portals down here. You've got lighting. You've got speakers. Let's see if I can get... You can see the headliner is in good shape. There's the hatch cover. Got lights there. And again, you have the 3 sets of switches there, which are direct, soft, and indirect. This will sleep 2 adults very comfortably. The back side of this over there has a zipper on it, and when I had this top cleaned, I couldn't get that zipper for some reason to close right. So it's, for right now, I've got it pinned, but the zipper does work. And that is the up above that pillow is where the locker itself was for the rope locker. And down here you've got all kinds of storage, and over here you've got more storage. And all of these units have these little locking things on them. Now you're looking back through the master cabin at the dining area, and again, this will close, or this will open the same way the other one did. A little hard to get to from time to time. And then you've got a lock on the door here. I'll do it from the other side. Both sides will close so that the whole front area is completely closed off. Up here, obviously that's an old TV that doesn't work anymore. That's your main interior cabin radio and DVD. That is a carbon monoxide detector, which detects carbon monoxide in the cabin. Okay, now we're going to walk back to the aft bedroom. That white thing you see there is the radar unit, and underneath it, it's pretty dark in here, I don't know if we'll get a good shot of it. Underneath it is the cushion that goes on top of the table to make it into a bed. More storage here, of course. This is for the radar, which I don't know anything about. Here's your master control panel. Everything on this side is AC. Everything on this side, I'm sorry, DC is on this side over here. Everything over here is on AC. You got 110 on this circuit, 110 on that circuit, and we're going to crank up the generator. What you do is you just flip this switch up, and those controls then work off the generator, which has a converter as well, so you don't have to worry about your battery draining. I don't know if I can get a shot back in here. Yeah, I'm going to shot back in here. And there's the window, which is basically underneath the captain's seat. There's a mirror back there, and then this is the bed. There's a port. You can't see it. I was going to say there's an access cover back there to take a look at the water pump. What I'm going to do now is open up and show you under the stairs. All right, this thing here is the sump pump for the shower, and to your left there is the actual bilge pump, the forward bilge pump, and then back there is the float switch and all your different lines coming in to control it. That speaker in the upper left hand corner right there, that goes to the aft stateroom, but that speaker needs to be replaced because it's gotten quite corroded. And there's a bar right there that you put in this slot, and it'll hold it up for you. But basically, that's what you see underneath the steps. This wire you see running here is where I've run power to my depth finder, which I just string out up there, and we have our depth finder. See if I can swing around and get a better view now. Everything is in real good shape. I've tried to point out the things that don't work, which are very minimal. I'm going to pause right now, and then I'm going to pull the engine covers up and we'll crank the engines. Okay, the engine covers are up, and that's the hatch cover for the generator. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see of this engine down here though, but it's a Merc Cruiser 454. They're identical, this one and this one. And we'll go back over here to pretty sunny there. Let me get down below here a little bit. Okay, what you're seeing right here is a heater that stays in permanently, and in the winter time I have a switch on the panel that controls the heater so that the engine compartment is heated, because the boat stays in the water all year round. Water jackets. This is the hydraulic assist with the air pressure for the helm, and you actually pump it up with an air pump if you run low there. Alright, let's see if we can turn it around here. Miscellaneous hoses and drains. That's the generator. We'll crank that thing up for you as well. And this controls the fuel either from the port tank or the starboard tank. And then let's see if I can get it on this side. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there are two valves there that open and close. And that open and close the fuel for the main engines. You've got two batteries that control the engines, even though I have two spares down here. And then back in here, I don't know if you can see them or not. I don't think so. But back there are two additional batteries that control the generator. And these are water jackets. And we have a aft bilge pump and float switch here. These are your cables for your I think these are the rudder cables, and these are the trim tabs. It does come with trim tabs as well. And that's pretty much it down here. You can see it's always been in fresh water, so we don't have any problem with corrosion or anything like that. Alright, let's crawl back up. The hours are showing, I don't know if you can see them or not, 778, but I'm not real sure. I've got a lot of faith in these two gauges or not. I've not really watched them. That is the antifreeze for the generator itself. Alright, I'm going to pause again and then we're going to crank up these engines.